Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. In a competitive real estate market like Seattle, a lot of people are deciding to sell their homes and trade up. But you know what? It's not that simple. Trading up can be a little bit complicated. For some tips, joining me right now is a broker, Robin Sheridan, with our sponsor, Compass. And Robin, nice to have you on board today.
It's fun to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about just trading up, because that can be a little tricky, right?
Sure, yeah. It's very tricky.
And why is it tricky? Why does it have to be like that?
Well, I think a lot of people in Seattle right now are worried that if they move into their next home, they're not sure what the process is and whether or not they need to sell their current home first or how that works. It's very daunting for people.
So what common issues do you find when people are trying to trade up?
I think people have to understand whether or not they can buy their next house first, or whether they keep their current house, or whether they sell their current house and then buy their next house. So there's really three options for people.
So if you're a professional, what do you tell your clients?
It's always better to find your next house before you sell your current house.
And I would imagine that when you're trading up, at least here, it's so expensive to buy a house here in Seattle. And then some people just flat out can't, because they can get this much for their house, and then trading up, man, it could be really spendy.
Yes, it can be. Well, of course, I would never want to put someone in a pinch in their monthly payments.
What kind of risks are involved when people want to trade up?
It's risky, sure, but if you price your property right in which you're currently living, then you should have no problem selling your house.
You and I, during the commercial break, talked about contingent offers. That's not a strong offer, is it?
No, some people do choose to write an offer on their next house without selling their current house, and you can write a contingent offer, which is contingent on the sale of your current house.
And have you done these before?
I have done them many times, yes.
So they can be successful?
They can be successful, yes. What people should know is that if they haven't sold their current house, if you write a contingent offer on your next house, you have to list your current house within 5 days.
Now, is that what you tell them, or is that like law?
That is in the contract.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So you have to be aggressive with your contingent offer.
You really, really do, and you have to have your house ready for sale.
And what about, does that work here in Seattle? I know you've been selling a lot of real estate here, like Seattle proper, where a lot of people can't afford property?
It is kind of surprising how many times I've done contingencies over the past year or so. It is not desirable when you're looking at a competitive house and your clients want to move into something that a lot of people are bidding on, but it can be successful, for sure.
All right, Robin, if you had to give one piece of advice for one of your clients, what would you say to them if they wanted to trade up?
I would say that they should probably pull a home equity line of credit on their current house now.
That's aggressive.
I suppose so, but you don't ever have to use that home equity line of credit. It's just there if you need it.
And let's switch gears here a little bit and just talk about the real estate market right now in Seattle. Where are we right now as far as, like, is it a hot market? Is it slowing down? Is there inventory, not enough inventory?
That's a great question, and it changes from month to month, but right now we are very low inventory. We're down 20% from last year at this time.
So low inventory means a hotter market?
Yeah, it's been pretty hot lately. The listings that have been on market, that have been priced properly, are selling rather quickly right now.
And then are you getting multiple offers on pieces of property that you have?
Yes, I've got multiple offers on my listing just last week.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
You and I first met a while back, and I went through one of your properties in West Seattle. Tell me about that property, because I know you made a lot of recommendations for your owners there.
That property did yield multiple offers. It hasn't closed yet, though.
With Compass, they have a nice little thing there that, let's just say you don't have any money to do upgrades. Compass can help you out, right?
That's true. We have a program called Compass Concierge, and we can essentially front the money for people's repairs. They ultimately pay it out of the proceeds from escrow.
Wow, you guys do it all, right?
It's pretty great.
Oh, you gotta really love Compass Real Estate, because they are cutting edge. And you have a class coming up, right?
I do. I teach a class on January 7th about trading up or trading down in Seattle.
All right, Robin, thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about Robin's class or even more real estate tips, all you have to do is head to SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined will be back right after this.